everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Pacola, a unemployed tech worker living in the New York City, Jersey City area. So if you haven't been watching my videos, I recently quit my job to do a 6-month to a year sabbatical. This is a huge financial undertaking. So join me on a week of spending and see how I manage my budget living on savings and not really earning major income. Just as a little side note, the rough structure of my sabbatical is that I'm gonna spend the first couple months relaxing, building new habits, working on my personal projects, and then the next half will be traveling a lot more. So that means for my budget that I need to be a little bit more frugal towards the beginning of my sabbatical time, and then I can ramp up my spending a little bit more within a reasonable budget towards the end. So on Friday, pretty much spent no money in the beginning, but then I went into the city to grab a meal with one of my friends. We went to this restaurant called Canto, and I chose this restaurant because it was on this app that's a really great app for saving money, which is called Seated. This is not sponsored. With Seated, you just get cash back whenever you go to restaurants, and I use it usually if there's not a restaurant I specifically want to go to. If I want to save a little bit of money, I'll use it to get cash back, and I've gotten over $200 by doing that. So I actually went into this restaurant with high hopes. It was beautiful. The service was amazing. The only thing was that they totally messed up my order. I wanted something that was dairy-free, and I kept on asking the waiter, please make it dairy-free, but he messed up a little bit, which was okay. They eventually took that item off the menu, so I ended up only having coffee and the fries that were left over, and they only charged me for the coffee. The total of this bill came out to $32. Even though I technically only ordered the coffee, I split it in half with my friend because that's what I typically do when I'm eating out with others, because it makes things less complicated. But that brought my total to $12. Then we wanted to keep chatting, so we went a few steps away to one of my favorite bakeries of all time. Especially if you have a dietary restriction, this bakery is on point, and it's called Ovenly. Because, you know, we're trying to stay snatched, we're trying to get snatched for the summer, I decided not to get any dessert, and I decided to just get tea instead. This tea cost $4. So as you can imagine, because I didn't really get to eat that much when I was eating with my friend, I was pretty hungry, so I came back home and decided to make myself a carbone dupe of the spicy rigatoni pasta, and I made it dairy-free, of course, and I made about 5 servings for myself and my partner for the weekend. The first half of today was no spending day. I just ate the meal prep that I had left over. But because I had plans with friends in the city, I was off into the city. Fun fact about this group of friends is that we all traveled to Rome last year, and I had no idea who most of them were. But it actually ended up being one of my favorite trips of all time. It was one of the first few girls' trips that had no drama. We all had good energy, and it was just a great trip all around. We decided to go to this restaurant called Crawdaddy. This was not the best restaurant if you are dairy-free, so I only ended up getting sweet potato fries that cost $6. I was insistent on not splitting the bill between all of us because of what I got, and they were all fine with it because the total bill came out to $260. But I ended up just putting $12 in to include my $6 fries and a tip. And I was doing so good until my phone died. I asked everyone in the restaurant, like, does anyone have a charger? No one had a charger, but the restaurant did have this portable charger that you could buy. Tell me why this portable charger cost $35. They immediately took $35 out of my account. I was so mad, but thankfully I was able to get most of that money back because I only used the charger for 3 hours. It cost about $6 to use the charger for 3 hours. Next, we went to this dessert bar that was right next door, and I won't show you past this point because it was definitely a spicy dessert shop, but I highly recommend if you're looking for something different to try in the city. Hey everyone, so I'm gonna take an Uber home because I was way too tired to take the subway. So I'm taking the Uber home, and let's get home. So the Uber cost me about $55. If you live in Jersey City and spend time socializing in New York, then your transportation expenses tend to be extremely high. Thankfully, I was able to redeem $40 in Uber credits from the Seated app, which brought the total down to $15. Socializing in the New York City, Jersey area can be extremely expensive, but a lot of people don't really talk about how many free events there are in the city. There are a lot of free recreational groups, low-cost entertainment in the city, just like the one I'm doing today. So my friend and I, we both love to walk. We found this like social group called Girls Who Walk in the Jersey City area where you can kind of meet new people, and it was really fun. I got to meet a couple of new girls, and after the walk, a few of us went to Dolce de Leche Cafe. If you live in the Jersey City area and you haven't been to Dolce de Leche, it's a really good dessert spot. And I would have gone dessert, but I wasn't hungry, so I decided to go for tea, and that tea cost me $2. So as you can imagine, after a lot of walking and only drinking tea, I was super hungry. I went home expecting to eat my pasta leftovers from Friday, but it was all gone because my partner ate it all. Fortunately, he bought me poke to make up for it. So because I'm on a budget right now, I really try my best to batch my socializing to just a few days to help reduce my transportation costs. So for the rest of the week, I'm trying to keep my days fairly cheap and eat home-cooked meals and basically not socialize. So today I spent some time doing some chores. Hey everyone, I know I look crazy right now. I have like this topicals mask on. So we're gonna make some breakfast today. So I eat most of my meals at home. I usually only eat out when I'm gonna go see a friend or for date night, or you know, sometimes I'll just take out, but that rarely happens. You guys want to know my favorite thing about grocery delivery? When you order something and they do not bring everything, they only bring half the order and refund all of it. Oh, so annoying, but we at least got everything we needed to do meal prep. So meal prep is another way I save money. I know grocery delivery isn't a money saving hack, but it's something I do. Gotta keep it real. But meal prep, I usually make enough meals for that day plus 3 days ahead. So I only have to really go grocery shopping twice a week, and I actually don't eat out that much. I know I ate out yesterday, but typically I don't eat out that much. So the total for all of these items was about $63. Plus we have to pay the Instacart fee, and we also leave a tip for the person who delivered the items. And that comes out in total to, I'll put the price here. So this is a dupe of the Trader Joe's chicken curry salad. If you haven't had it, you have to have it. It's so good. But this ends up being way cheaper than getting that one. But it's so good. It's pretty healthy. I'm a huge fan of this chicken salad. And then we'll add the chicken when it's done. Oh yeah, let me add some curry. Everything is basically just eyeballed. Like, I don't really measure anything, and I'll just add more curry. And I'll change the recipe to taste when we add the chicken too. So the next meal prep thing I'm doing is overnight oats so that I have breakfast for the entire week. Overnight oats are a super simple recipe that I've made like a bunch of times, and it's such a good recipe. It's super healthy, so that's what I'm gonna do. Doing all my meal prep today, I'm doing the sandwiches and also the overnight oats as like my main meals for the week, and then I'll just kind of like eat snacks in between to hit my calorie goals. Let's make overnight oats. This is the final result. It looks so good. I have like a side salad, I have the chicken curry, and then the fresh bread from a local bakery, which I really love. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's enjoy. Hey everyone, so it is Tuesday. I'm starting the day off with some tea again. And I'm also eating this little like sweet, dairy-free, gluten-free Madeleine. I'll also have this for breakfast, and then later on I'll probably eat my meal prep. But a really common question people ask is like, oh, so you're unemployed, what are you gonna be doing with all the time you have? Yes, I'm really excited because now that I'm not working, even though I miss the paycheck so much, y'all, I miss the paycheck a lot. And I like, you know, I really did like my coworkers a lot too, but the paycheck was too good. Now it's different. So, I mean, I'm still keeping myself busy. I'm working on some passion projects, but I'm not putting so much pressure on making sure they make me money. So for example, I have been doing content creation for 4 years now, so now I can like be more serious about it. So what I like to do every morning, I just do 4 hours towards like my personal projects. So right now, because I haven't started any college courses yet, I've been putting in my little 4 hours every day into content creation. And then in the afternoons, what I'll do is I'll just do like a personal training session. I'll do one of my other projects that I really like, one of my other hobbies, which is weightlifting. So I'll do some weightlifting and some walking, and then I just chill for the rest of the day. I'm truly like trying to have a very chill vibe. So yeah, that's basically what I do every day. So I'm still working, except not really earning a lot of money or making it like a huge pressure to earn money. Maybe later on in this year, I'll probably add another passion project of like actually going back. This is not, I guess it's not a passion project, but something I've always wanted to do, just do a couple of college classes as well. I don't know which ones I'm going to take though. So that's kind of what I do day to day. I still put in not 40 hours, but 4 hours every 5 days. So 20 hours a week of work into content creation. So I'll be making more videos. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to let me know down in the comments. So this is breakfast that I made, the overnight oats with blueberries, honey, and also chia seeds and oatmeal, obviously. This is what I'm gonna have for breakfast, and it's like 11 o'clock. So the next thing I'm doing today is I'm gonna do a personal training session. I do about 2 of these a week because one of my hobbies that I'm doing during my break is weightlifting. So these personal training sessions are pretty expensive at $120 per session. But for me, it's been worth it, even though I don't know if I'll be able to continue throughout my sabbatical. So my personal trainer actually comes to the gym in my building and we work out together and improve on my compound lifting form. This is definitely a big splurge for me, but I've seen huge progress working with her. Like for example, today I was able to deadlift 230 pounds and my previous max before this was 185 pounds. So you can already see that she's helped me a lot. So for lunch today, I had the chicken curry salad. So today I also got HelloFresh. So HelloFresh is definitely not really a savings tool, but for me, I get a box anytime I'm getting bored with my meal prep, which happens to be about like 1 week every month. And we usually use this to supplement our meal prep. So we end up getting 8 servings, and that usually feeds us, both of us, for dinner for 4 days. It's been really helpful for me to get it because it helps me practice my cooking skills, which I have time to dedicate time to practicing cooking during this time off. So today I made the tempura shrimp dish, which I never would have made on my own, but it was delicious. And this costs $109, but my share is $54.50. So on Wednesday, I finally had my first no spend day. I was able to eat all the meal prep items I had made, and the shrimp tempura dish was even better the second day. For my last day of spending, I was super bored with overnight oats meal prep, so I decided to just cook eggs and bacon. I had another very expensive personal training session today, and I was able to hit my max weight of 170-pound squats, which is the heaviest I've ever squatted, so I was really excited about that. And we also got to spend some time improving my push-up form. I really struggle with push-ups, so I was happy that we got to spend some time doing this. This is definitely, like I said before, a very major splurge, but I really have been enjoying the one-on-one attention, and it's really benefited me significantly. So finally, my last cooked meal of the week, which is the remaining HelloFresh order. I had the vegan Thai curry. It was not difficult to make and it was packed with a lot of veggies. I added some shrimp I had sitting in the freezer, and wow, this meal was so good. I'm definitely going to add it to my general meal prep rotation. So that was my entire week of spending. Yes, it sounds super expensive, but let me get into the totals. So in total for food, I spent $142.15. For transportation, I spent $31.08. For my miscellaneous expenses like the personal training session and the charger, I spent $246, bringing the grand total for food, transportation, and miscellaneous expenses this week to $424.73. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Let me add in my rent and my utilities. So actually, believe it or not, my rent is pretty cheap. but I spend about the same that I was spending last year. So about $13.50 for rent. And if you add utilities, that's another like $200, including subscriptions as well. Weekly, that comes out to about $387.50. So yes, very expensive. In total, my spending this week comes out to $812.23. Super expensive, but it is within the budget that I set for myself that I mentioned earlier in this video. I think the only thing I'd probably reduce is definitely the personal training sessions. I do enjoy them, but they are very expensive. So I don't see myself continuing them longer than, you know, maybe like 2 more months just to really nail down my form. But yeah, this is how much I'm spending now on my sabbatical. It definitely isn't easy to be living off of your savings. It's definitely kind of scary. It's just like a different feeling to have to spend your savings than to be spending the money that you just earned. Like, I have strategies to make it feel like I am getting a paycheck, but I still feel very happy with my decision to quit my job. I've been feeling very refreshed and I'm excited about all the projects I'm gonna be working on. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to tap that like button and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.